So say your name and the one thing you like the most about being who you are.
I'll go first.
Okay, wonderful.
My name is Lily Blythe, and I just retired.
All right.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to leave to go to a commission meeting. You can certainly join us at 7 o'clock down at City Hall. The one thing I really like about myself is my sense of adventure.
All right.
Still trying to think of something. I generally, I like my creativity.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead. Watch this for 1 second. Watch this for 1 second.
The thing I like most about being me, I don't have to try to work harder than like anybody else for myself. I know who I am and I'm satisfied with it. Hey, good evening.
I'm the one married to that. I'm faithful mom, and the thing I like best about being me is that I'm very comfortable being me. So I'm very comfortable in my own.
You want to introduce yourself? Yes. What's your name? What do you like about yourself?
Take this one out your mouth.
That you're able to read out.
This is one of our Camp I Can students, one of the brightest ones. He's very, very smart, so I'll let him go tonight.
All right.
Hi everyone, my name is Taria, and one thing I like about myself is that I'm unapologetically Muslim.
Mr. Laws, would you like to introduce yourself and say one thing you really love about who you are? What do you like most about being yourself?
No, not long. I thought about this at all. I guess other to meet new people and to real pressure.
So you don't have to say who you like. Can we get a trash bag for the trash can?
Yeah.
I'm Wanda Dre, and what I like most about myself, I guess, is my passion for life.
Hello everyone, my name is Tamia Gray, and one thing I like about myself is my passion to inspire others. Yeah.
My name is Elisha Johnson, and one thing I like about me is commitment. I think I'm loyal and committed and passionate.
My name is Katrina, and I just like who I am as a person.
My name is Percy Bean, and what I like about me is me, being me.
My name is Cassandra Portis, and what I like about me is the peace that I have.
My name is Craig Woods, and what I like about me is this bomb turkey that I eat.
Having the opportunity. My name is Kerry Whitfield, and what I like most about me is that I'm a good human being.
My name is McGraw, and one thing I like about me is that I'm a proud, strong black man.
Well, I guess it's on. My name is Gavin Powell. What I like about me is my ability to read and retain information.
You already talked. You did it too?
It's a good skill. Hey everybody, my name is Javon Dobbs. I'm new to the community, so I'm happy to be here. What I like about me is that it's not about me. It's about service and giving to others. So that's who I am.
Hello, my name is Charmaine Bell, and what I like about me is very personal.
Hi everybody, I'm Dr. William Bell, and what I like about me is that I know that I'm saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost.
Amen.
Amen.
Hello everyone, my name is Asia. Excuse me, I just left the dentist in my mouth now. So, but what I love about myself is I have 2 beautiful children, and I love Jesus Christ.
Amen. Amen. My name is Pastor Joe Hooper, and what I like about me is determination.
All right.
My name is Fred Johnson. And what I like about me is to understand me and be blessed by God.
Amen.
Amen.
My name is Marie Johnson, and what I like about me, I'm self-employed, I take care of others, and I really enjoy taking care of people.
Amen.
My name is Jeanette Christian. What I like about me, I have faith in God.
Amen.
Amen.
I'm Bob Blythe, and what I like about me is that I try to get along with everyone.
Hi everyone, my name is Kay Anderson, and what I like about me is that I have peace and try to spread it as well as you said, is knowing that your God is your peace. And I also like being secure with myself.
My name is Karen Tice, and what I love about me is that I'm really curious about the world around me.
My name is Robin Young. It's hard to single it down to one thing. I'm happy with a lot of stuff in my life, but I think family, good family, that's important to me.
I'm Monica Herring, and one thing I like about me is that I'm comfortable being myself, and I'm raising a young black woman who is comfortable being herself.
Okay.
And that's the young black woman. And that we can be open and honest and still get to know other people and accept other people for their differences.
Probably hanging on the door.
I'm Hazel Joplin, and what I like about me is I'm doing something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And it's teachers and I'm teaching.
I'm Laura Williams. One thing I like about me is each day is a new day, and I try to be a better version of myself.
I'm Spencer Williams, and one thing I like about me is that I'm unique in like adventure and new people.
I like being myself, and I like being the true meaning of God.
Hi everyone, my name is Karen Todd, and what I like about me is I feel like I have a sense of peace that I enjoy spreading with others and I come in contact with.
I'm Destiny Todd, and what I like about being myself is that I work hard for things that I really want in life.
Right?
Okay, my name is Susanna Jones, and one thing I like about myself is that I have the ability to learn and teach others.
My name is Sanai Sachinga, and one thing I like about myself is my ambition and my intelligence.
All right.
My name is Kyron Herring, and one thing I like about myself is my black girl magic and my confidence.
Did everyone get a chance to go?
You didn't?
Oh. My name is L.E., even though everybody will end up calling me Lester. Maybe by the time I get old, everyone will call me what I want them to call me. But anyway, my mother named me Lester, but I like to be called L.E. And the thing that I like about myself, and I'm just now coming to a place where I enjoy it, I like that I'm complex and that I'm hard to figure out, and I very seldom can be put in a particular category or box. So tonight we want to talk about, today is the National Day of Racial Healing, and throughout this whole week there are affinity groups that are having dinner. Yesterday the Latino community had a dinner. On tomorrow our Native American community will be having a dinner. On Thursday our youth will be having a dinner, and on Saturday our Burmese community will be having a dinner. And so tonight's dinner was centered around the African American community, and of course everyone is welcome, right? But we want to talk about identity, and my cousin is over there feeding her little one. But tonight we want to discuss what it means to show up as ourselves and how that really impacts racial healing. We know the climate that we're in our country. We know the climate within our community. So many thought that we were in a post-racist society and that racism was behind us and we were, you know, launching into the future by leaps and bounds, and then some things happen, whatever they are, and we find ourselves seemingly going backwards or dealing with things that, you know, my mom or, you know, baby boomers, you have millennials dealing with things that baby boomers dealt with. And for many, no, they didn't think that they would be in this place. So when we're talking about racial healing and building community, what is the impact of self-identity and being able to show up as yourself, as ourselves, as black folks, African American? What is the impact of being able to own our identity? What is the impact of that on racial healing? Lisha, you want to chime in? You talked a little bit yesterday, well actually, yeah, via the video. But you talked about social capital. Can you give us a little more about that?
So, what I've noticed is communities that are thriving, right, where black folks are thriving, particularly in the South, you notice that there's a correlation to cultural capital, right, where we are, we're able to show up authentically black, right? So we don't have to assimilate, we don't have to shift our language, we don't have to, you know, make sure my hair looks a certain way, right? I can just show up as who I am. Even the business culture in those areas are centered around culture, right? Authentic culture. And so I think one of the challenges that we have in this community and others like it, right? So it's not just us, is us being comfortable showing up as who we are. And I don't think it's solely just about us and us being, we can say, what's about confidence, right? Just be confident and try it, right? I think some of it is, are we accepted, right, when we show up that way? I remember early in my career being challenged about certain things. So like, I love color. Black people, we love color, right? So we show up to work, we got colorful things on, right? I had wild hairstyles, you know, pop culture. So I shaved my head on one side, you know, got some designs in it, right? Just things like that where I feel like it's judged, right? And I was challenged at some point about the way I dressed. And then I had to come to a place where I was like, you know what? This is like, it's a reflection of my ability to do my job, right? This is really about other people being uncomfortable with who I am. So how do I get comfortable first with who I am and let this be teachable?
I have a comment.
Please.
It's okay with her being comfortable being who she is, but by you being comfortable, it could cause you to lose a job.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we still can't totally be ourselves, whatever that is. We can't. We have to put up that front.
We do.
Please.
I got to kind of just piggyback off of that. Being in the community my whole life, I've worked, like I tell people, from the top to the bottom. One of my first jobs was at the international headquarters for Kellogg. And when I was there, my hair was short. And I just grew it out just this much. And I could just feel the whole the tension from everybody. Everything changed. I had certain mentors, you know, would talk to me, oh, you need to cut your hair down, blah, blah, blah. That's a little unprofessional, not because it was unkempt or anything, but because it was going against the grain, literally. So they didn't like that. And that sometimes plays, I was 19, 20 years old. That plays on your psyche. That helps you develop how you see other people outside of that business culture. And that develops your mind for the future. And that's what it did for me. And it's something about that made, as you see, I went against the grain. I went against the system. It's not because I don't have what they want in my head. It's because of what I am and because I'm expressing that truthfully and honestly, just like I express my thoughts truthfully and honestly. There's, to me, there's a contradiction in it. You express yourself one way in the corporate world, and you express yourself another way in your public life.
I have a comment.
Please.
I think the inability to express yourself kind of starts like off in the schools, at least nowadays, because I remember like the intense pressure. Like when I was younger, my mom had me with cornrows, braids, all that, you name it. Like every week had the freshest hairstyles. And to like other black people, we would recognize, oh, her hair always done. At my school, however, I was the odd person out, so I used to beg her to straighten my hair and straighten my hair so I would fit in, because to even join the hierarchy, or at least attempt to, like, you would had just to fit in with the norm. So I would just try to buy the same brands that everybody else did and be so mainstream that in a part, I almost like lost pieces of myself that I didn't discover again until I started hanging out with more people of my culture. And then growing up now, I'm more confident in myself, but I can see how like I kind of suffer from that, because a lot of times I'm still not accepted by my peers. And it does kind of make it harder to find jobs, because, you know, I go to interviews, here I am with a fro, and they're kind of like, oh, that's not really professional. And it's sad that we still even have to go through this, and it's 2019.
Thoughts, reflections?
So that means, you know, we're still being stereo. So anytime you can't be yourself, like I said, even though you have this brush, it's done. It's looking good, but you can't brag about it the way you want. In a corporate setting, that means you're still being stereo. And stereo means that someone just don't know you, they're just judging you about what they don't
even
like.
care to know you.
And they don't care to know you when they don't want them. A lot of times they don't care to know you. And so now that's the hardest part about the healing.
And it's on many levels. It's on many levels. Even going to education, being in school and everything. My experience growing up here in Battle Creek, I was always in advanced classes. So the only black person I see in class is me.
Right.
And it's like I'm still excelling in class. I don't have an issue with color, but the thing about it, I don't see a representation of me. So I just have to do for myself to get where I need to be to make that own mark. And it's like when you stop seeing people, or when you don't see anybody, it's kind of hard to find a path to follow. You're just lost in the wilderness.
And we were just talking about the difference in our schools with representation. Our children are not seeing teachers and people of color in our schools. And right now I'm working with Lakeview Schools, and that is one thing they are working on, is getting the representation, the Hispanic teachers, and get Burmese staff and black staff in there, because that makes a difference.
So how do we move forward? How do we instigate healing? Can we heal at the same time where we're fighting for acceptance?
We just gotta
Stay true to yourself. Keep moving. You healing yourself. You know what you believe in is correct. So you just keep doing it. Keep moving forward. Because, you know, we can only change people's minds, but they could change their own. So we have to represent a person, a wholesome person. You know, that anybody should love to want to build. And just keep moving forward. Don't let nobody change you. You just keep on doing what you're doing that you know that's right.
And we have to keep having those conversations, those tough conversations that are uncomfortable. Whether they're uncomfortable or not, they need to be had.
With our children?
Starting with our children, starts at home.